Gandhi's latest Gen Z comment has stirred up a huge controversy, and it could also create a problem for the Congress party and Rahul Gandhi's voter Adhikar Yatra movement. Now remember, the entire idea of the press conference and his voter Adhikar Yatra has been fixed on the point that he has been fighting for the constitutional principles and to ensure democracy in the country. Well, the Gen Z movement was seen as an overthrow of a corrupt as well as a dynastic regime. So there are two problems why Rahul Gandhi's comment could actually expose the contradictions and make his movement also compromised. First of all, it talks about taking to the streets, it talks about violence, it talks about deaths as were noted in Kathmandu. Is that the way to bring about a regime change? That's the big question which is going to be asked. So what about protecting the constitution? What about protecting the democratic principles, even as you're attacking the BJP and of the election commission of having compromised the entire electoral process? The second issue is, and something which was pointed out by the BJP, was very simple, that the Gen Z movement was against a corrupt and dynastic regime. Both the issues which, according to the BJP, has been identified with the Congress party. So would you want a movement like that here which is going to go against you? If I'm going to rattle off the figures and statistics which has been put out in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, it showed that at least 41% of the youth votes in the country still remained with the NDA. Only a dip of 1% since 2019. As the government focuses on jobs, skills for the youth, MSME, startups, it's unlikely that a Gen Z movement is expected to happen in a vibrant and thriving economy like India. But having said that, Rahul Gandhi's comments will once again be used by the BJP to make the larger point that he has always hit out against the constitutional principles. He speaks a language which stokes violence, which leads and encourages violence and taking to the streets. But more importantly, in the past, he has made comments which only emboldens those who indulge in an act of terror or violence against a country. It is something which will, for example, embolden Pakistan. As we all know, that BJP has repeatedly talked about a George Soros kind of funded, a movement by the Congress party. And these latest comments by Rahul Gandhi will be seen as something which does not behove a leader of parliament who may talk about changes in power. Of course, he has a legitimate right to do so, but to talk about a Gen Z movement which meant that people changed power only by hitting the streets where there were acts of violence, arson and deaths as well, is that the language any responsible member of parliament should be making? It is these inner contradictions, it is these differences which could perhaps make many in the Congress party also very, very uncomfortable, which has given a huge ammunition to the BJP and diverted attention from Rahul Gandhi's main point, which was raised at his second press conference against and on the whole idea of what he called vote chori.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.